What's up? It's your girl Treasure Peace. We're at the Friendly Center with the one and only Anton Park Sr. And this is a man of many talents and has a lot of information I could put out here for you guys. Go ahead and tell them about a little bit of what you do.
Today we are here, Silence Violence Community Resource Event. I do a lot of different things with Time Done and Alliance for Safety and Justice. Today we were speaking about victims' compensation and felony expungement, as well as some other programs that's available in Lucas County.
And I think that is really wonderful of what you're doing because I believe we did another event in the past too. So in this, with the whole step of victims compensation and the crime survivors, what are some steps that you can tell people that are interested into doing these things with you with the programs that you just did?
So, Alliance for Safety and Justice is our flagship. Crime Survivors Speaks is the victims' compensation and the trauma recovery end. We deal with the legislation and the trauma-informed care aspect. And then Time Done is our sister flagship or brother flagship for crime survivors, which deals with the expungement, the offender aspect of the crime. So not only do we deal with the victims' recovery and the mental health and trauma recovery, we also deal with the root cause, which is the victimization and the person who is the offender. And that entails we can be very specific. Identifying the crime, and then also utilizing services to reprogram, and then making sure they're stable when released, to where we can remove those barriers and put them in school or into work.
I think it's amazing that you guys can get them into school and work. As far as one of the two biggest steps when you're trying to start your life over are probably the hardest: getting into school, getting a new job, especially after having the time that you've done. So for the felonies for expungement, what can you say for their first steps if they're interested? Because I've gotten people reaching out about this.
So the hugest barrier is housing and then employment. So the state and Fed came up with a CQE and a CQH process. So the CQE is the employment aspect, and then the certified qualified housing is the CQH. And those are set in place so you can get housing and maybe some financial footing so you can start the pathway to getting your record straight. Once you do get financially footed, you will seek programming and partnerships that will lead to that seal or expungement. And again, there are processes in play that if you stay out of trouble, that means you're a past participant in committing crimes. You are no longer doing that. That is the greatest step to be out of that and then get reprogramming. And then there are surefire steps to get you there, but we would need to identify your clear path depending on your hurdles.
Now, when you say reprogramming, what would be the steps involved into that? Just like
So with my specific pathway, there was Brothers United, which is at Pathways at the Hamilton Building, ran by Avis and Mr. Mike Files. That's a fatherhood initiative program that brings families back together through helping with supports to get your record clear, to get your child support caught up with partnerships with the court, and then to help you get training by partnering you with alumni who has successfully completed, but also is in positions like myself with nonprofit and for-profit. So the Tyro, that's a program a lot of people are familiar with CDLs and reprogramming. And so that word reprogramming means we make a lot of decisions based off of our financial situation or bad choices to survive. Once you're incarcerated and come home, the reprogramming is to change your mindset and give you a different way to think and move where criminal lifestyles are not the forefront of your life. One thing I did notice, and we do teach, is that there is a legal end to every detriment. So if you are a drug dealer and you don't have felonies, or you get your record clear, there's pharmaceutical tech programs that schools like Owens and UT have partnered with us to understand that the harms are people coming home after they've served their time and cannot be positive and productive through the financial or other means. They're welcoming us to send people to them for programs such as pharmaceutical tech, HVAC, lead abatement, construction, and computer technology to fix this recidivism detriment.
And these are some very in-depth information, but yet on point. So to get this information again, you can always watch this video and you could reach out to Anton Parks. Is there any contact information you want to let them know where to contact you for this?
Definitely. Alliance for Safety and Justice, Crime Survivor Speaks, formerly known as Crime Survivors for Safety and Justice. And then on the Getting Your Background, it's National Time Done. And so Anton Parks Senior on Facebook and any social media, on Instagram, G_720. But if you look up Anton Parks on Google, anywhere, I should pop up. Anton Parks Senior on most platforms.
It really is. It really is. I really appreciate you coming out here and to explain this to on the show, because we don't have that many people doing what they should be doing like this. I know you hear it on the regular FMs where they do it and everything, but like we need more of this out here.
And I do want to share, we are working with a lot of different entities, so this is not just us locally. We have Live Nation partners, we have the Council of Kings in Ghana, we have partners like Sierra, Monica, who supports Time Done and in reentry. Monica came to DC with us last year to support her ex that is incarcerated, Master P's brother, and some other people who she cares about. This is a greater initiative to provide resources and services, but also healing for our community. So I'm proud to be a part of it.
Keyword is healing in our community, which is something that I believe is very necessary in a lot of communities, especially within our color of melanin people. So, anything else you'd like to add today?
I would just like to add one last thing. Let's start with the kids. It's easier to program kids. This is paraphrasing, but it's easier to program kids than it is to reprogram grown men. We have a lot of media programs and other programs that's focused on what the kids are interested in. So if you do want to be a solution, please try to focus where their focus is and bring resource solution properly prepared to present to them.
That is awesome and amazing. So your children can even be involved in this as well. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. This was amazing and spectacular. Y'all tune into the show every single Sunday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on rappinlounge.com, and that's RAPPING lounge.com. And you scroll to the bottom of the website, you can go on Apple Music, you can go on Live 365, and we are sponsored by DigiWax. And it's your girl Treasure Peace on Ball Street Gossip. Deuces. Bye-bye.